time to see what type of graphic design trends will be happening this year. It's good to get some inspiration, especially if you're coming out of the holidays, you got to get back into that work mode. So let's see some of the trends I think that are going to happen this year. So number one is 3D design. I love this design that Pentagram did for Reddit. And Reddit used to have like this little flat robot icon, but they made it full 3D now. And I think I really love the motion. They put some little speech bubbles inside the D. People were complaining about the type mark, but I think I like it. I love this 3D design. So I think people are getting bored of flat design now. They want something that's a bit more fun, a bit more dynamic. Here's another good example on 10x designers. You can see you got some of these 3D elements in the background, and some people make them from scratch, or you can use Spline. Spline's another good tool that uses 3D. But overall, I think this is a good tool to use to make everything feel a lot more, different and stand out instead of just doing like the same flat illustration. So this is really, really cool. Next, we got the Bento grid. So I don't know if you like sushi. I know I do, especially the katsu avocado and the salmon one. But usually they have these bento boxes, and in the bento box you've got like wasabi and ginger and salmon and rice and all these different compartments. So that's what Bento grid is. It's about having all these compartments. One good example is from my friend Marcus, great designer from Germany. You can see how they're using sort of this Bento grid. It's very like blocky and modular, so a lot of rectangles and squares. You can really see that, how that's being used. It's for like an Instagram post, which is really cool. Here's another example as well. So everyone's been using this. I think it really keeps everything neat and tidy, especially if you're showing a brand identity or a logo or a brand. Here's another example as well of using sort of this square modular grid. Another good example is diagram.com. Love this site, very fun with the space theme. If I scroll down, you can see we've got these, the Bento grid, but also it has motion when you put your mouse over it. It's got hover effects. I think it's really good to just put a lot of information and give it to you in bite-sized, quick pieces, and making it very digestible. And I think having this grid works really well. Next up, we got AI design. Now, a lot of people will be using things like Midjourney V6. It just got updated to a new model. Things like Adobe Firefly, Leonardo. Here's one example from my friend Imperios. You can see he generated all the images of the people and the background, and then he did like custom logos. So you can see all the images, stocks he made in Midjourney. And so think about how you can make some stock imagery, use photography. Here's another example, generating some cinematography. Really cool, Hermione, Ginger and Style, 1970 cinematography. Very clean, very, high detail. Pretty cool, very crisp. Here's another one. This will be like, I can visualize like a high-end brand here, or like maybe a cologne or something. So, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do. Obviously, you can do aliens and a whole bunch of stuff, but you can do stock imagery, and I think that will be really good. And obviously, you can, create cool stuff like this as well. Next is Playful Type. Now, there was a new logo done by Shamaif, Gamaza, and Haviv, and they redid the 250 America logo, and it's got this ribbon effect, as you can see. So I think that's very playful, moving away from just like standard, serif fonts, and trying to make it really unique and different. So being a bit more playful. Obviously that brand was very, bit more corporate, but this one has a nice, bubbly, fat type. Really love this. Really fun, vibrant. This is for like a music brand, I think. And so, yeah, I've been seeing a lot of condensed fonts as well, and big bold type on websites, and I think that will do really well. I'll see if I can find another example. Yeah, here's another one using 3D here, and an all caps font, bold, as you can see that. Bold type condensed fonts are in. Next, we've got gradients. Now, if you like dark mode and you're into tech, then you would love these websites I'll show you right now. This one's Gemini, the new app the new AI from Google, and I just love how they've integrated sort of this dark vibe and with moving gradients. Really fun, really cool. You can see this. Really love the design. This is like my type of design, really just techie and futuristic, a little bit minimal, but very, I like it clean. So that's one good example, using gradients. Here's another one using some dark backgrounds. Got the space theme as well, gradients as well. Got some animation there, which is really dope. You can move your mouse, little hover effects. Adds a nice little touch. Adds that little bit of energy to your websites and branding. And here's another version as well, Logic Pro for iPad. It's a music studio at your fingertips. This is really cool. So you can see they're using gradients on the text, and in the background, very subtle, but you need a dark background for it to work really well. So I feel like this works really well. And this will lead on to the next one, which is bold minimalism. And you can see it's sort of minimal because it's just using clean typography, a lot of white space around it. And this just helps everything breathe, helps it feel premium, has an Apple vibe, as you can tell. And obviously this is like an Apple product because it's iPad. Here's another great example of sort of using bold minimalism. It's also using glass morphism as well. So I thought, I've been seeing this a bit of glass morphism a little bit here and there, but this is a beautiful website too. If you scroll down, it's for like a card. So those are some of the trends I reckon will happen in 2024. Use them to your advantage, whether it's a branding project, a logo project, or for your clients, so you can do the best work. If you do want to learn how to do a logo or do a brand identity, I do have a course you can check out on my website. You can check that out at jeremymura.com and learn anything about design. Remember to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Appreciate you.